But as the days of Noah were, so also will the coming or presence of the Son of Man be. For as in the days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and did not know until the flood came and took them all away. So also will the coming or presence of the Son of Man be. In part 3 of this series, we began our examination of the coming of the Son of Man, where Jesus likened it to the days of Noah. Note that Jesus incorporates the days before the flood into these days of Noah, stating they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark. See our phrase, marrying and giving in marriage? Let's bring this to the following. And Jesus answered and said to them, the sons of this age marry and are given in marriage. But those who are counted worthy to attain that age, and the resurrection from the dead, neither marry nor are given in marriage, nor can they die any more, for they are equal to the angels and are sons of God, being sons of the resurrection. Here, Jesus talks about those who are counted worthy to attain that age, and the resurrection from the dead, as neither marrying nor given in marriage. Based on the context, Jesus must not be talking about a simple wedding ceremony of husband and wife. That being said, and coupled with the fact that it is a part of the days of Noah, let's go to the following. Now it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful. And they took wives for themselves of all whom they chose. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God came in to the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. These passages are part of the days of Noah. For in the next few verses that follow, we are told that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually, and that Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. No doubt, the first 4 verses of this chapter have spawned a lot of speculation and fantasy. The worst being the idea that the sons of God refers to angelic beings, while the daughters of men refers to earthly women. Therefore, wives suggest the union of the two which produces giants, hybrids if you will, that are neither angel nor human, but both. This might make good content for a Hollywood movie, but not for a moment do I believe this is the meaning behind what we read. If this were true, then why does the Lord say, my spirit shall not strive with man forever, and that he is indeed flesh? Furthermore, there is one passage which does away with this fantasy. For to which of the angels did he ever say, you are my son, today I have begotten you? And again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son? Do you see that these questions are rhetorical and that the answer is never? In Luke 20:34, Jesus speaks of the sons of this age who marry and are given in marriage, as well as sons of God, being sons of the resurrection, who are equal to the angels, but are not angels. Might this correlate with the sons of God in Genesis 6:2? As for the daughters of men, is this literal, or could it have something to do with the following? So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast, which was full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls, having in her hand a golden cup full of abominations, and the filthiness of her fornication. And on her forehead a name was written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and of the abominations of the earth. Who hasn't heard of Babylon? And how is she labeled? the mother of harlots. Not one harlot, but many. Might this correlate with the daughters of men? After all, note that the sons of God took wives for themselves of all whom they chose. Where in this is the leading of the Spirit? So, are we not talking figuratively, where wives and marrying do not suggest a simple wedding of sorts, but rather a covenant and commitment to something the Lord does not approve of? What else might harlots signify? Might it have something to do with all the Christian denominations and organizations we see today? Might this fit hand in glove with Matthew 24:4 and 5, as well as 24:23 and 24? Would it surprise you to learn that in Genesis 6:4, the root of the word giants means to fall? This being the case, consider what Paul wrote in the following. Let no one deceive you by any means, for that day will not come unless the falling away comes first, and the man of sin is revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he sits as God in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Friend, who is it that falls? It's not angels, but men. We are fallen. We are in need of his mercy and grace. Nowhere do we find anything remotely suggesting the need for and salvation of angelic beings. Finally, we read, there were giants on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. Mighty men? Men of renown? Yes, not in size or stature, but in reputation and influence. Take a look at our present reality and tell me if this isn't true today. In our next study, we will continue our look into the days of Noah.